What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm here talking about some things that's going on in the world, social media and all of that. So let's get into some topics. Let's talk about some tea. Let's talk about some things. So let's get into it. Let's go. Guys, my name is Kay Shantae. What's going on? It's your girl Kay Shantae, and I am here. It's your girl Kay Shantae. So first thing I want to start off with some controversial stuff that's been going on. Let's talk about Tory Lanez, y'all. So Tory Lanez recently tried to go up for another trial. He tried to go up for appeal with the whole shooting Megan Thee Stallion case. As you know, he was found guilty, thank God, and he tried to appeal it and go up for another new trial. He was denied, so that's been a big thing in the news. Now they're saying that the sentencing will take place in June, and he is facing a minimum of 9 years. Between 9 to 22, but the minimum is 9, and he deserves that. Gonna give him that. And apparently he was begging the judge for another chance. Now you want to have sympathy. Now you want to show compassion. You're begging the judge to give you a chance, and it's like, honey, we have watched you drag Megan through the mud for the past 2-3 years. Where was this sympathy and all of this 3 years ago? Where was it at then? Because honey, I'm looking like, what? Like, you was chopping up feet in videos and saying all kind of stuff, putting out lies, paying the blogs, and mind you, this girl was never going to even say anything about the issue. She was lying to the police to protect you, and then when you started going to the blogs and trying to clean it up, the woman had to come out and tell the truth about what happened. And even after Tory Lanez has been found guilty, you still got people that do not believe the stuff. So it's just unfortunate, honey. That's just the world we live in. Hey, So moving on, let's talk about another person in the entertainment business. Excuse me, tongue tied. Brian McKnight. Child, Brian McKnight is in the news because he is getting backlash because he is only acknowledging his biracial kids that he has with his new wife. So reportedly there's been talks about Brian McKnight and his estranged kids. He has like 3 older kids, 2 boys and a girl, and he is estranged from them. He doesn't speak to them, doesn't talk to them. He's paid his child support over the years, but he does not have a relationship with them. And another incident that came up with this whole story was his daughter was suing him because he accused her of having an ancestral relationship with her cousin. So it ended up settling outside of court. And he had posted on his Instagram talking about him being a girl dad. And honey, come to find out, you already have a daughter. So I don't know why you're on social media saying that this child has made you into a girl dad. Honey, you are already a girl dad. You just don't acknowledge that child. And the conversation on Twitter was about how men do that. Like, they will end and break up relationships with women, and because they're not with the woman anymore, their kids suffer the issue of they move on to a new relationship and they forget about their older kids, and now it's just this in front of me is all I see. And that's unfortunate. Not saying that's the case here. We don't know what the story is to why he is estranged from his kids, but it's not looking good either way. Like, you're not trending for your music, you're trending for the mess. So Brian McKnight, clean it up, get it together. I'm not really a Brian McKnight fan, so I don't really care about Brian McKnight. So yeah, that's that. So moving on, let's get into some real juicy. So why is it saying Usher and Chris Brown they got into an altercation, allegedly? Word on the street is, it broke the news that Usher was somebody laid hands on Usher, which is supposed to be Chris Brown's camp, his entourage, his crew, his bodyguards. They ended up laying hands on Usher during the Lovers and Friends weekend that Usher throws, and it's like a little festival type thing where stars come out and celebrate. It was Chris Brown's birthday, so Usher threw Chris Brown a birthday party, and things ended up going left. Supposedly, allegedly, he was beefing with Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor showed up to the party. he like, why is she here? He's calling her out her name, getting irate, trying to get in her face. And I guess Usher kind of stepped in trying to break it up. And so things got rowdy and boom, here we go again. So with that situation, it's crazy because why do celebrities still deal with Chris Brown after him being an abuser and doing all the things that he's done? And a lot of people, especially celebrities, have said, oh, well, second chances, and that's so old of what he was accused of, and oh, separate the music from the person. And it's like, that's cool and all, but now y'all done got into an altercation because of this same abuser, because of this same man that has been in the news even way after the whole Rihanna situation, the Karuchi situation. Other black women and other women have come out and said things about Chris Brown being abusive. It's court documents out there for people that want to research it. Like, he has a history of being violent and very aggressive, even towards men. He's gotten into it with rappers. He's gotten into it with amigos. Over Karuchi. Like, it's been times and time again where he has gotten into scuffles, and he just, ever since the Rihanna thing, he's just been painted in a bad light. Unfortunately, he's always in mess. His music is not the reason that we're talking about Chris Brown anymore. It's about the aggressiveness and the violence that he showcased. So it's kind of like, why are y'all constantly dealing with a person that's known for that? So y'all want to fool with the man, and now he fighting y'all. So that's that. Talk about some sad news. Jamie Foxx, y'all, they are saying that Jamie Foxx is not doing so well. They're not really saying what's wrong with Jamie Foxx. He was hospitalized, and it's said too that he had a stroke. Allegedly is what they're saying. He had a stroke and he's just not recovering well. So the family is just asking for prayers, and they are now saying that the family is trying to prepare for the worst. So that's kind of sad. I really hope. Jamie Foxx has still got a lot to go to shine to be in this situation. So I hope for the best for Jamie Foxx. Praying for him. Love him. Okay, next up we got Chrisean and Blue. Once again, these people are in the news for the toxicity of their relationship. Child, let me get into it. Blue, every time Chrisean do something that Blue don't like, Blue will go on Twitter, go online, and start to physically, mentally, emotionally attack this girl and air out her dirty laundry, air out her dirty secrets, and try to paint Chrisean out to be the bad guy. And continuously he goes back and they're back together over and over again. So it's kind of like, you're trying to embarrass this woman, you're trying to paint her out to be this monster, but you're still laying up with this woman and living a life with her. So I don't know, I don't get it. It's kind of giving, you know, what kind of man are you to be doing this every time? So that's a whole other conversation. So if you didn't know, Chrisean is pregnant with child, and of course Blue is denying it, just like an N-word would do. He is denying the baby and just gutting her online on Twitter because she still goes to the club, she's still working, she's still, you know, doing her thing. And if you know Chrisean's character, you know Chrisean is not your average perfect Betty wrapped up in lace. Like, Chrisean is the ratchet hood type of chick where she come from the gutter and she don't mind showcasing that she's from the gutter. And there's nothing wrong with that, because people do it all the time and get clicks, views, and likes off of it. So she's just performing in her natural self. I don't believe it's an act. I think she really is like that. She is entertaining. People love to see her fight and turn up, but unfortunately this situation is toxic, and really this situation is going to continue to get bad until somebody either end up dead, hurt, or it killed her in jail. Like, it's these types of situations be how that stuff be ending, because it just, the new height of toxicity just keep going up. And she was trying to burn the man's house down. He went on live. She was trying to burn the man's house down, and it was a mess. It was a mess, and it's just been drama between his mama and them, his baby mama, and it's just like a battle of who better than who, and who got him and who don't. And it's just like, girl, this man is toxic. I understand the D may be good, it might be, but it is not worth it. And honey, you're abusing this woman. She abusing you. You are in the news and just trashing this woman. Continuously kept calling her out her name. I don't know how y'all land. Our boys is calling y'all out y'all name. Like, he just disrespects her to the utmost low. And I just feel like it's unfortunate. It's like to publicly go online and tear somebody down. And it's just like, honey, you look childish as hell. Like, you a grown-ass man. And I get that they're young, but it's just like, who are you helping by bashing this woman down and trying to make people look down at her and look bad at her? Who are you helping in that situation? Because you look like a fool. If all of this stuff that you are saying is true, you look like a damn fool continuing to fuck with this girl and continuing to lay up with her, continuing to do all this and that. And this is the one thing that I can't stand that black men will do. They love to bash a baby mama down and, oh, she crazy, oh, she did. You lay down with her. Like, that's a red flag. When a black man starts talking about trashing their baby mama and stuff, like, don't get me wrong, there are some situations out here where, yes, you start messing with a girl or you start messing with a guy and at first everything is good and then shit just turns haywire like that. Yes, situations like that are real and true, but you have to stop yourself because it's like, well, what red flags did you miss that you ended up having a baby or getting this person pregnant or being with them and continuously dealing with them? If they're so crazy, if they're so bad, if they're so this and that, if they're the bad guy, why are you entertaining and sleeping with somebody like that? It's not adding up. Blue is just trash. He is trash. He's disgusting. The way he talks and treats women, his first baby mama, Chrisean, his own mother. And pay attention, how a man feel about his mama is so telling. Oh my God, it's a red flag. If a man do not respect and love his mama, you better watch out. You better watch out. You better not. I'm telling you why. Because, honey, he flawed. He flawed. You got to pay attention. And it's so real. I hope the best that they part ways because this situation is disgusting and it's really sad. And it's just like, keep that stuff private. You don't have to embarrass this woman and get online and just tear her down. Just stop messing with the girl. But no, you'll be right back over there and she'll be right back over there doing her thing. And like I said, I'm a tug on Chrisean wig a little bit because sis, you is very toxic too. You toxic too and y'all toxic together. So good luck to them. But I don't think Chrisean should have had the baby. Especially with a man that treats you like this and that doesn't even do a good job with the kids he already got. If he not doing good by the first woman and the first baby mama and their kids, why you think you're going to be able to change him? That's not how it works. So they would have had to room me up to the clinic because I wouldn't have even kept that. But hey, pro-choice, your body, your choice. So hey, figure that out. Hope the best for them. Moving on. Let's talk about Cardi B on live. So Cardi recently did a live and she addressed her album is on the way. I'm curious to see what this album is. It's been a long time since she dropped her first ever album that she came out with. So this will be her second album. And she got on live to talk about the industry and how the industry works and how the pressure of being an artist works. And she also brought up this whole conversation behind, people thought she was addressing Ice Spice. There's been a big conversation online about Ice Spice not being talented and her benefiting from being a high yellow light-skinned woman, which is true. But there's been a conversation about that and the things that Cardi was saying about the industry versus the artists that they're spending money on. People felt like she was trying to address that situation and basically saying the industry is going to spend money on people that y'all are listening to. What people are trying to say is there are darker skinned artists, rap girls out here that are killing it, that perform better, that rap better, that really is talented, that will never get the same opportunities as an Ice Spice because of desirability and colorism. And people don't like to have the conversation about desirability and colorism because people don't want to admit that it is a real thing, and it is. Like, I'm speaking on it from experience of being a dark-skinned black girl. Like, yes, there is a difference of how people treat you. People will say things about your skin tone. People will pick this person over you because of skin tone. Like, it is a real thing. Like, and it comes from racism. Like, it's a full circle of it comes from anti-blackness, racism, all that stuff. And it's like, I'm glad that we're moving into a situation where we're able to discuss how this stuff works, because for many years we didn't have the language and the words of what to call certain things that are going on in the industry, in the workplace, in everyday life, and family, all of that stuff. Like, this stuff is real. And I do feel like, I'm not going to say Ice Spice isn't talented, because, you know, she in her mood, that's my song. That's my song. That's my jam. But I do feel like for this girl to just blow up instantly like this, it does have a lot to do with desirability, how she looks, and her color. It has to do with a lot. Just like in Cardi B's situation, like when Cardi B came out, people said the same thing about Cardi B. Oh, Cardi B, she can't rap, she don't write her songs, and da da da. But she was able to blow up because she had a following before the TV show, before the fame and all of that. She was a well-known stripper on Instagram that made people laugh. So she was a likable person. So her talking about the industry, spending money on people that's likable, that's true. But I do feel like Cardi B's opportunities have helped in the way that she is desirable, and she is a light-skinned, and she says she identifies as Black, but I think she is like Hispanic, of a Hispanic descent. So that stuff plays a part in it. Like, you have your Cash Dolls of the world, you got your Baby Tates of the world, you got your Chicas of the world. You got some dark-skinned artists that they are not showing up to the Met Gala. They're not showing up getting brand endorsement deals, and they're not big artists, pop artists like Ice Spice, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, and all of these other people, and Doja Cat even. Like, yes, these women are talented, but there are also, we see the same skin tone in the front. We see the same type of artists in the front. So that's the conversation that's being had about this new character, Ice Spice, this new artist. Like I said, she cute, you know, I'm not shitting on the girl. She's nice, but you know, they said her performances is not performing. They're not giving, but hey, that's how it works. That's how it goes. So, moving on. Speaking of big artists, big names, let's talk about Beyoncé tour. I want to go on Beyoncé tour. That's on my bucket list. I want to go see Beyoncé in concert, and that's something I really want to do. But honey, them tickets is expensive. And shame on you, Beyoncé girl. Shame on you. You do not need that much money. But I get it, because she is an icon, and she is that girl. She just, even if you're not a big Beyonce fan, she is that girl. You can't deny that. So, boom. Beyonce kicked off her tour in Sweden, and people are posting the videos. People are showing homegirl up there getting into the little Renaissance theme of her tour, and people are going up about it. Like, you got some mixed feelings. People are definitely, you know, oh my God, Beyonce look good. She sound good. Da, 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 she looks good. But also people are mad because she is overseas right now. So she's in a whole nother country doing her tour. The tour started over there. So people are now talking about how we're going to already know and see the concert before it even hits the United States. And people are kind of upset about it because people feel like your spoilers are out there. People are posting the content. So it's like, well, damn. By the time homegirl get to the United States, we gonna know the choreography and know everything. And so that, unfortunately, that's just how it works with stan culture and social media culture. We just like to post stuff. Like, even I'm guilty of it. I go out somewhere, I'm gonna post it. Like, yes, look at me, look at this experience that I'm having. And it's kind of more so like a millennial generational thing, because you know, back then that wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, people wasn't recording, people wasn't posting stuff, but nowadays that's just what it is. Just like with TV shows, if you know, and one of the conversations, let me go back, because one of the conversations was, if you don't want it to be spoiled, then don't get on social media and don't be on there if you don't want to have it spoiled for you. And I kind of feel like, unfortunately, that's not fair, but I get why people would say that, because it's kind of like, you already know people are going to post and say stuff. So if you feel like, I don't want to see it, I don't want to hear it, then don't even engage in that. But it's hard to tell a person to stay off social media so they don't get. But I do get it, because even with shows, for example, somebody, like, when a show come on, don't even get on Twitter, because people are going to tell what happened on the show, on the episode. People are going to talk, and it's like, I am guilty of. I get up on Twitter. I'm not even getting up there to see nothing. And I end up finding out before I even get a chance to look at the episode. I'm already finding out what happened, how it ended. And I'm like, well, dang, now I'm going into this episode knowing what happened. And it's like, at this point, we just got to know, like, yeah, it's given, don't get on social media because you're going to see it. Or don't click on the post, don't engage, don't do it because people are going to spoil it for you. Like, people are going to have conversations and talk. A lot of people, especially content creators, they get viewership and engage off of engaging on social media. A lot of them have gained following and make their money by engaging with their followers on social media about said topics. So it makes sense to why it happens that way, but it is unfortunate. But yeah, honey, I hope to check out the tour. I don't know, honey. I might have to give me a little baller or something because, honey, them tickets is hitting the pocket. So, but I would love to go see it. But, you know, Beyonce, come on, girl. But yes, that's all really I wanted to come and talk about that's going on in the news at this time. Like, yeah, I talked about pretty much everything that's big topics going on. And that is all I got for today. I hope y'all have a good day. Thank you. See you next time.